Some people have the worst luck, and these strange accidents prove that you can't write misfortune as well as fate itself. These are the top 10 unbelievable freak accidents you won't believe. Number 10, the price of being fabulous. While sitting in the passenger seat of a sports car and taking one of her beloved drives through the French countryside, dancer Isadora Duncan's long flowing scarf became caught under the rear wheel axle. Duncan's neck was snapped and she was killed instantly. Number 9, the exploding loo incident. New York local Michael Pierre was victim to an exploding toilet in 2013. No, this is not the regular cherry bomb gone wrong story. After his building's water had been turned off for maintenance, Michael wanted to make sure that everything was working properly once it had been turned back on. He flushed, and the pressure caused the bowl to blow up and showered the entire room in tiny porcelain shards. Michael's injuries required 30 stitches. Number 8, bless you. In 2007, Victoria Kenny and her husband were enjoying their evening with some primetime British television when Victoria felt a tingle in her nose. After letting out an enormous sneeze, Kenny was stunned when she discovered that she could not, in fact, move. The sneeze had caused one of her spinal discs to rupture. Victoria has thankfully made a full recovery, but admits to being a little frightened of sneezing now. Number 7, Copter crash. Isaiah Odieno went out for a casual stroll to the mailbox in British Columbia one afternoon. What started as an ordinary day filled with humdrum tasks turned into a fatal incident when an out-of-control helicopter plummeted from the sky, killing both its pilot and the unsuspecting Odieno. Number 6, 2 strikes, he's still standing? While attending a Texan rodeo in 2013, Casey Wagner attempted to take shelter from the rain under a nearby tree. You could probably guess what happened next. Wagner was struck by lightning, but before he could even gather himself, a second bolt struck him. Defying both the odds of getting struck by lightning more than once and of surviving being struck, Wagner is probably the luckiest man in Texas. Number 5, my dog shot my girlfriend. People always blame the dog, whether it's for the presence of unsavory smells or for incomplete homework. The dog excuse is pretty much the oldest ready-made excuse. Although sometimes the dog really is to blame, as this Floridian couple found out. After being woken up by their dog in the middle of the night, the man let it out to use the bathroom. When it returned, it jumped on the nightstand where the man kept his gun, causing a flash and a bang. The man's girlfriend was thankfully only shot in the leg. Number 4, Kamikaze pigeon. In 2010, as Matthew Brealey rode his motorcycle, he was shocked to find his view obscured by a pigeon that flew at him with such force it cracked his visor, glasses, and knocked him out. Brealey then slumped forward on the throttle and went careening into an oak tree at 225 kilometers per hour. Thankfully, he survived, and after being hospitalized for his injuries, he was nursed back to health by his pregnant wife. Number 3, totally screwed. During a construction project, Ron Hunt slipped from a ladder while holding a live drill. Unfortunately, Hunt landed on top of the drill, which punctured his face and went out of the back of his skull. Fortunately, the drill bit missed his brain, saving him from some serious brain damage. Unfortunately, Hunt had to sacrifice an eye and was left with an enormous medical debt. Fortunately, he has an uber cool story to tell for the rest of his life. Number 2, yoga saves lives. While riding a 3-ton excavator, farmer Daniel Miller slipped into a bog and was pinned underneath the vehicle. Miller then managed to keep his head above water by twisting into a yoga pose and remaining that way for 5 whole hours, after which a neighbor heard him shouting from 500 meters away and called help. Number 1, nearly headless Murph. Perhaps this is the story of why you shouldn't boast about how many trees you've cut down. 74-year-old Frothman Murph was out cutting down trees by himself when the tree he just felled brought down a branch which knocked Murph into a ditch. The falling tree knocked into yet another, which fell and pinned Murph where he lay after breaking his leg. As if these were not bad enough, Murph's chainsaw was still going and it cut into his neck, severing his esophagus and windpipe. Luckily, he survived by unpinning himself and driving another 27 kilometers for help. As usual, thanks for watching. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to see more awesome Top 10 clips. We come out with Top 10 videos just for you every week. Be sure to like this clip and leave a comment. Then feel free to go ahead and check out one of our other Top 10 videos that you see on the screen right now. You can also now follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and other social media platforms.